What is up YouTube, and welcome to this The Boys video. So last video I broke down what happened in the trailer for episode 8, and straight after that we had a brand new trailer for the next episode, which we will break down now. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing with the notifications on if you enjoyed the video, and please do drop a like down as well if you did enjoy it as well. So we open with Homelander landing as Hughie says we can't just kill everyone, which is hilarious as he should know by now that the butcher is willing to drop Supes' bodies instantly with no remorse as he holds up a gun and Kimiko rocks up with an RPG. This is the same RPG that was seen in my last video and features in the season 2 trailer, and as we know now it looks like it has the weaponised xanax that Frenchie made, which seems to take away Super's powers. They're going to go toe-to-toe with Homelander and Storefront, as of course those two actually have Ryan, and that's what Becca wants. And we saw last trailer she turns up at the boys' safe house, which I'm shocked has not been raided yet whatsoever. And it seems like, well, Billy is going to do this, but I think instead of trying to get her son back, I think he's more interested in actually trying to take down the supers and destroy the entire 7 like he wanted to do in the comics. One thing in this trailer that caught me by surprise is that A-Train is giving blackmail stuff to Hughie and Starlight, and it's something to do with Storefront, and it must be big considering the reaction of the pair as they know that she was essentially making supes in Sage Grove and the super factory. But looking at the file, I think it's probably the file that she showed Homelander at the end of a few episodes ago, which tells her life story about being married to Vought and being part of the Third Reich. A-Train wants back on the 7, and this is the way that he does this and how to get rid of Storefront, and presumably the Deep is in there easily as Starlight has now been disavowed by Homeland and the 7 very, very publicly. Now we see some more shots of Becca escaping through the tunnels, and Homelander seemingly has made many things public in the fact that Ryan is being seen taken by him and flown off with him as there is security around him, and it might be the fact that he's taken him over to the cabin that he had with that weird doppelganger, and the butcher in this trailer seems to find that cabin as well. Now later in the trailer we see Homelander saying that we are your heroes, giving a speech, and this could be either right away where obviously he knows that the boys are coming after him or something like that, or it might be at the end of the episode when his power is absolute and we see the army around as well, and it seems like he's going to use the boys in this fight between all of them to actually try and cement them as an absolute power without any recourse. And this could be, like I said, after the fallout between Homelander, Storefront and the boys. Of course, Queen Maeve is also involved. The other images from this season 2 trailer show security teams at the cabin and even Homelander using his heat vision to kill someone, which is worrying for those of you who don't want any of the boys to die, but I'd imagine it's simply Homelander coming back to the cabin to find Ryan taken by the boys as they're escaping and simply goes full Kyle and kills one of the security guards, blaming them for Ryan being taken. But hey, who would be able to stop the butcher? I would give him my lunch money there. Other parts of the trailer show Storefront fighting and blowing up a building as she goes head to head against Billy and Starlight. In the comics, the team fought Storefront a couple of times. Once when he, who is he in the comics, fought with Payback trying to take down Kimiko and the boys, and then the actual team is led by Soldier Boy, who will appear in a Captain America style arc next season. And then another time when he went on to face them alone and got mashed up by the boys and Love Sausage. What I'd like to see is the boys inject a small amount of Compound V like they did in the comics, giving them powers for just a couple of days, which is a very cool arc for Hughie in the comic there, but I don't think we're just quite there yet. Now, I don't think they will kill Homelander or Storefront, but I think they would do some serious damage to Storefront. I fully expect Homelander to run away while it gets dicey, leaving Storefront to get shanked and her eye to get wrecked, just like the comics, making her look comic accurate. The biggest part of the episode is something that wasn't shown in this trailer, and that's Queen Maiev, who will be joining side by side with the boys, especially after they throw down with Black Noir. And to be honest, lads, I don't think it's going to go well for her. Yes, she is the second most powerful super in the 7, but Homelander is next level, and as we saw, Storefront can take anything from Homelander, anything that he throws at her. So Maiev died in the comics going head to head with Homelander, only for her prop sword to break on his head. I think Homelander will kill her this episode, which is what makes him look kind of shocked as he looks down covered in blood. But what if Billy goes next level evil and decides to kill Ryan just to get to Homelander? That would be absolutely crazy. Billy now thinks it's time to go nuclear after the court scene, as he thought the law would be the right route to go. But it clearly doesn't, so the gloves are off for Billy, which would mean he's going to do some seriously sketchy shit, just like he did in the comics. And the Billy in the show is kind of like the SpongeBob meme compared to the comic book version of the character. The question is now, who is behind the heads popping that leads to this fight? And I'm going to say either Victoria Newman or the Church of the Collective, or even maybe a hybrid of the two. But I'm very hyped for this episode. I can't wait for this finale, and I will have my video up on Friday, and I may have Bly Manor up the same day as well. Depends if I can get them all up at the same time. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.